now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Chance to get it close here. Frank putting it all together today. What a nice performance.
It's been like a clinic so far.
Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Mark that as a birdie on the card. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Cracked that one out there here at the 10th, and now he's put himself in a really good spot to get after this flagstick.
Oh, this is right at it.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie. Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. Frank, you come to an Open Championship, and you expect to hear the term gorse. You see it here on the 11th hole. If you do end up in the gorse, what can you possibly do to get out?
Well, anything you can. A lot of the times it's an unplayable lie, but if you remember back 2004, Ernie Els tried to play a ball when it was suspended about 3 feet off the ground and managed to flick it out of the sort of the thorny gorse.
This is some drive. I'm reminded of the old Phillies baseball announcer, Harry Callis, who used to say, "That ball is out of here." Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Had a birdie here yesterday in their close. Great opportunity for another one. Getting set now over the putt. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Back here at the 12th, and this is a hole that heads back towards the water. You might not see your tee shot land over the ridge in the middle of the fairway here, Frank, so what's the best strategy?
Well, it's called the fox, and you have to be cunning like a fox here. This one has a slight bend to the right, and a little like the previous hole, this is another fairway that certainly requires your best tee shot.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. And he has it for birdie. Frank, break down the par 4 13th for us.
Another par 4 that bends to the right. Lots of undulation on this fairway. This is the first of 6 straight holes that head in the direction of the clubhouse.
Just pulverized that golf ball. Frank, right where you want to be.
Yeah, wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, what kind of par 3 is the 14th here?
You can get sucked in here. Just 180 yards, which isn't considered that long. But if you look too much at the front of the green, you're going to see that's where the protection is.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Superb shot.
Yeah, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now at the 15th at Royal Troon Golf Club, 483-yard par 4. This, Frank, is one of the hardest holes in the course.
Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power though?
Excellent looking shot here.
Whoa, that is long. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. The back nine here at Royal Troon has only one par 5, and here it is, Frank.
At 542 yards, you'd think it's reachable, but that burn cuts in at 280 yards, so it means you have to lay back. I remember back in 1997, playing alongside Tiger Woods, and he still managed to get it onto the green from behind the burn. It was some shot.
You knew at that point he was something special.
He certainly was. He then knocked it in from 40 feet for an eagle 3. Happiness is a long, 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 long walk after that one.
This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
What a shot. Almost in. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Frank, now to the hole they call Rabbit, 222-yard par 3.
I don't know why it's called Rabbit, because this is certainly some tough par 3. Green sits up a little bit. There's a big roll-off on the left side, well bunkered. This takes a brilliant long iron shot just to keep it on the green. Should be safely on deck.
That was a solid strike and a good result.
Second shot.
Good putt. Frank, you've played in and contended at so many major championships. It's not a major if the finishing hole doesn't present a real challenge. What do you think of Royal Troon's finishing hole?
Well, it's not just the 18th hole, Rich, too. It's 16, 17, and 18, because the prevailing breeze, especially at the Open Championship time of the year, which is the second week in July, is normally back into it. So you look at that 464 yards, that's well bunkered off the tee, 3 on the left, 1 on the right, into a puffer breeze, and you've got yourself a great finishing hole.
We knew it right away, Frank. That's a good one.
Solid.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Will make birdie if this drops. There you have it. The second round is complete. Another solid effort put together, and it shows on the scorecard.
And after 2 rounds, you really start to see not only who's playing well, but who's consistent.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Charity Invitational. Located in Troon, Scotland, founded in 1878, Royal Troon Golf Club playing host to the Open Championship 8 times and is slated to host its 9th major championship in 2016. I'm Rich Lerner for EA Sports, and alongside me today, my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. Frank, you've played in the Open Championship on a couple of occasions here at Royal Troon. It's a golf course that features some breathtaking scenery, and it can also serve up some breathtaking golf.
True links golf course, Rich. Relatively soft start can certainly lull you into that false sense of security, and then the golf course really starts to open up. That homeward 9, often coming back into a prevailing breeze, is very much a stern test.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here in the first hole.
Chance for back-to-back. Great start.
Frank, they call this second hole Black Rock. They also call it the most heavily bunkered hole on the entire course. What do you have to do to stay away from them?
Well, it plays in the same direction as the first hole, so the breeze normally off the right. Some bunkers can play either side. Really just let the ball go to ground, let it run out. There's 11 bunkers in total on the second hole. Rich, that tee shot there has shortened up this hole considerably. It's made a tough par 4 into, well, we'll see, but it looks like a very birdieable hole now.
You hit it right where you want. Now he has a good chance to attack that whole location. What an outstanding shot that was.
You got the right result, too. It's just a tapping.
So just a formality here. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Now at the third hole here at Royal Troon, and Frank, another sort of short par 4, just 379 yards.
Yeah, simplicity's the key here, Rich. You don't really want to hit the ball more than 280 yards. Reason why is there's a burn there. And then from there, still only a wedge into a green that has 2 tees.
Are you kidding me? Come on, you can't hit a ball that hard.
That is crushing it beyond all crushing. Rich, that was a heat-seeking missile. That is out there.
I mean, they make it look so easy, and we know it isn't, but when you hit T-balls that long and that straight, it does make the game kind of simple. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Birdie try again here today.
A good solid stroke there. No sign of nerves on that.
It's a dogleg right, par 5, the 4th hole. Can you cut the corner here, Frank?
Well, you don't have to. There is a bunker down the right side that's going to take at least 280 yards to get past that. You can also cut it around there and sort of follow the shape of the hole.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
And this is looking really good. Big swing right there, and a great result. And now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. He's made it. Rich Lerner back at historic Royal Troon with Frank Novola, who's played the Open Championship on 2 occasions here at a golf course that goes back to the late 1800s. This is the first par 5, Frank, on the golf course, and you would think a chance to make a birdie and get that round started.
It certainly is. Dogleg right, 2 bunkers on the left. If you hit the ball a little bit straight, you'll certainly get into those pot bunkers. The one on the right, most people can carry. You carry that, this par 5, more than reachable.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Lining this one up for par. Continues to hold that sizable lead on the rest of the field. Now to the 601-yard behemoth par 5, 6th hole. You can pay the steep price here, Frank, for a mistake.
You can. You can't reach this green with your tee shot, so there's no reason to even try. A good drive that bounds down the right side and will eventually go left would perhaps give you a chance to reach this par 5 and 2. But this is one tee shot to concentrate on.
Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Boy, he got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Leaves that one about 20 feet out from the cup. Nicely played shot. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
And he has it for birdie. Ball's teed up, ready to fly here at the 7th.
Yeah, it's a slight elevated tee, so you see all the problems in front of you. couple of bunkers down the left, 2 down the right, but it's links golf, so you know where you've got to go. That's in between them.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just a couple of feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the par 3 8th hole, it is one of the most famous little holes in all of golf.
123 yards postage stamp. Pick the wrong club, though, maybe a little too much, and it'll be a green that you'll more than airmail.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. These putts keep the round together. Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Ready to go here at the 9th at Royal Troon Golf Club. 423 yards. What are you looking to do with this one, Frank?
Well, it's another one that's a dogleg left. It's called the Monk, actually, because it faces the village of Monktown. One bunker on the left, 285 yards to carry that, but it's not that you're trying to carry it, it's you're trying to cut the ball off that.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Chance throws out the front side here with a birdie. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday.
When you consider the length of that putt, that's a good putt.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. In for par. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Right out of the center of the bat. Did you hear that? Cracked that one out there here at the 10th, and now he's put himself in a really good spot to get after this flagstick. Frank, uphill shot. What did you like to do on a play like this?
The biggest thing really is to try and work on your balance. You've got to make sure you get through the shot and normally take an extra club.
And that's how you play the game, right there. Right in the heart. Frank, this 11th hole can be a real bear. Even the Golden Bear knows that.
Yeah, just to remind him, in his rookie year in 1962, he made a whopping 11. Now, I can't remember the last time I heard Jack Nicklaus made double figures on one hole.
And so maybe a bogey 5 or even a double bogey 6. Not so bad. A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
Back here at the 12th, and this is a hole that heads back towards the water. You might not see your tee shot land over the ridge in the middle of the fairway here, Frank, so what's the best strategy?
Well, it's called the fox, and you have to be cunning like a fox here. This one has a slight bend to the right, and a little like the previous hole, this is another fairway that certainly requires your best tee shot.
Trying to control the ball flight here from 105 yards with a wind coming from behind. Played that one on the commercial side, as they say in the professional game, inside 30 feet.
Yeah, 27 feet to be precise, but to make it from there, that's asking for a bit.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Trying to grind out a par here. Needs it. And that's in for a par. Frank, break down the par 4 13th for us.
Another par 4 that bends to the right. Lots of undulation on this fairway. This is the first of 6 straight holes that head in the direction of the clubhouse. He's gone for a little extra.
And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there.
Happiness is a long, 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 long walk after that one.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, trying for another one today. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
On the tee here at 14, it's another par 3, Frank.
You don't get caught looking at the front of the green. That's where it's at its most narrow. Ideally, something that pitches just into the top of that mound. Should be safely on deck.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Settles in over the putt. Oh, hello there. Really nice putt. Now at the 15th at Royal Troon Golf Club, 483-yard par 4. This, Frank, is one of the hardest holes in the course.
It's certainly a stout par 4 at that distance. If you're playing it into a head breeze, then 260 yards is certainly going to be a big tee shot. But 260 yards takes all the bunkers out of play. What a great shot.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
That is another laser right at the flagstick. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Oh, that was nasty.
That's an outrage right there. I mean, if there's a high commission of golfdom, we need to consult them right now because it's just simply not fair, Frank. It's not.
I think the people above are frowning on the people below.
The back nine here at Royal Troon has only one par 5, and here it is, Frank.
At 542 yards, you'd think it's reachable, but that burn cuts in at 280 yards, so it means you have to lay back. I remember back in 1997, playing alongside Tiger Woods, he still managed to get it on the green from behind the burn. It was some shot.
You knew at that point he was something special.
He certainly was. He then knocked it in from 40 feet for an eagle 3.
Just blasted that tee ball, Frank. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
Well, that one didn't work out. It didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. '17th here at Royal Troon. This is a very strong par 3, isn't it, Frank?
Well, if rabbits have teeth, then this is why it's called rabbit. Very, very strong par 3.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Getting set now over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, how does this 18th hole here at Royal Troon stack up against some of the other finishing holes in major championship golf?
Rich, it's a stout par 4, 464 yards, so it's sort of in the elder Muirfield or Royal St. George's finishing hole. They've had some great 18th holes in Open Championships. This is actually called Craig End. It's the name of the old farm that was demolished at the turn of the century. So the 18th hole, it's certainly grown up and it's flourished to more than a farm.
Oh my goodness, he pumped it, he thumped it, he jumped it. What a drive. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. And that wraps up the third round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.